So you may ask yourself from time to time, what's the solution? What's the solution for this world? What will heal this world? What will stop all the conflict, all the poverty, all the transgressions, really, of humanity, mankind in particular? What are the solutions? I mean, we all scratch our heads when we think about this. You have so many different ideas and views, political views, hence so many different political parties and, political philosophies and the rest of it, all the dogma, all cocktailed in that. And it seems like such an impossibility to find such a solution, such a big issue, such a worldwide issue. It seems like it's an impossible, you know, mission to accomplish, to somehow find some sort of solution that will heal this world and heal all of us as a people and everything and everyone else around. And it's almost as if we're sort of programmed into believing that we cannot change the status quo. We have to accept what we have because somehow it's been given by a higher power that we had no say in. Well, some rubbish like that. But you know what I mean, isn't it? It's just something that is very odd to think about, and yet you'd think it's natural to want to find solution and to be able to find solution. But like I said, because of the conditioning that we've all gone through in our lives, it's a very big hurdle to jump over. But I'm gonna take up the challenge and try and jump over that hurdle, and I hope I can get people to follow me too. And really and truly, when I do think about it, when I meditate on it, I do get the answers. I do know what will solve the issues in this world. I do know what will heal all of us as a people and as a planet. But on the surface, the solutions seem ridiculous. When I receive such things, I feel that they are just so unfathomable and so far-fetched. But who said that the alternative would be similar to the status quo? Who said the alternative would be accepted by the status quo? Of course, if we have been programmed into the status quo, anything alternative to that would go against the very, very, essence of it. So yeah, while one may think that their ideas are far-fetched and impossible to reach, you also have to think on the other end that, well, you're playing a game and you know what they've done to you, but now that you're waking up, you're going to take control of things and you're actually not going to put limits on possibilities, but you're going to see what it is you would like done and you're going to work towards that. And just an example, very, very basic example. And like I said, as time progresses, I can assure you, people like myself will be aligning and we will be coming together in a proper way to manifest these ideas and ideals. And what I say really is that, for one, get rid of the economy. Not even change the economy, get rid of it. Because the very essence of economy is the notion that there is a limit. Resources are limited. And therefore, we have to put limits on the usage, the availability of resources. Because if we make everything available to everyone, we'll run out. That's the story of economics, by the way. If you want it, if you want the poor man's definition of economics, that is it. We don't have a lot, or we don't have limitless whatever, so therefore we're going to limit the availability for everyone and blah blah blah. So what does that create? That creates supply and demand relationship, isn't it? And of course that affects price, how much it costs to get something and all the work involved around that. So you know what, economics is just a silly game when you look at it from up. It is a silly game. And to eradicate such a silly game, you can do. But how easy it will be to do is another thing, particularly if you're up against people who believe you should believe that the status quo, i.e. the economy as it is anyway, is correct or the best way forward or whatever. So like I said, people, join me, man. Give me ideas, please. I don't have all the answers. I do, obviously, as we each do, but you know what I mean. You have to bring out some things in me as I have to bring out some things in you. So if we're working together, aligning, we can do many great things. And I believe one of the things we need to start off by doing is really affecting people's consciousness and perception in regards to the economy and, you know, the futility of it. We really, really need to start seeding, because that's all it takes. It just takes you to seed something in people's heads. It just takes that spark. Remember, I was talking about the spark and the fire and leaving a legacy. One thing we can do is actually start talking openly about economics and about its, I don't even know what word to use, its relevance, really, its necessity. Is it necessary? Just because we were born into this, does it mean we have to put up with it? Does it mean we have to live with it till we die? Or can we actually change things? Can we transform things? That's basically what I'm saying. And I am of the mind and the heart that you can change things if you want to change things for the better. Why not? Who told you can't do anything about anything? You know better than that. So that's one thing I am going to do, and you will see me doing in the coming times. However long it may take, I will make a conscientious effort to really change people's perceptions and ideas and beliefs as well, because economics really ties in closely to religion. And remember now, religion and dogmatics, one thing that they both thrive on, and one thing that I will say, because economics is dogma, I'll just end on that note. Economics is dogma. Its very existence is dogmatic, because those who enforce it bore it, and they put it to you, make you subject to it, and that's it. There's no questions, there's no review, there's no whatever. That's it. It's God-given, and shut up, get on with it. And if you put up a fight, and if you try and go against us, we're going to kill you or put you in jail. You have to pay tax, blah, blah, blah. I'm not saying that, you know, look, what they will tell you is that they have to tax you because they have to pay for public services and blah, 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 and good causes and all of that. Well, if we had no economy in the first place, i.e. no respect to a figment of our imagination, which says that we have a limit, if we did not regard that, we would not have to be taxed and we could pay for those things. People will think that I'm crazy for saying that we can actually live on a planet without an economy. I know, it sounds crazy at first, but trust me, if you think about it and if you are creative in your strategy, it can actually be a very fruitful thing. Of course, I won't give away all the details now, but it's not something I've just thought of on a whim. I have been actually thinking about a world where you don't need this or that in order to get this. It's granted to you. But also, to get there, our consciousness, our perception has to be more sophisticated than it is today. Of course. Because if we have the consciousness that we have as a collective in such times as no economy as we have right now in terms of our perception, we would not do anything for anyone, would we?